instead of pointing out negative things and accusing and arguing and putting down, be a good companion to them, supportive to them. That's all for today, my 7G, some golden rules for relationships. Thank you.
Toastmaster, it was so amazing. 7 G's. Now let us go for the next speaker. Before that, Toastmaster Deepak, could you please explain the time we taken?
The time we taken is 7 minutes 29 seconds.
Thank you, Toastmaster.
Yes, I will.
Yeah. Thank you, Toastmaster. Deepak. Now the second speech. Project number 8 will be done by Toastmaster Malayalee. Toastmaster Deepak, could you please explain the timing of project number 8?
Project number 8 by Malayalee is time is 5 to 7 minutes. At 5 minutes, the green light will be on. At 6 minutes, the yellow light will be on. And at 7 minutes, the red light will be on. And it will remain on till he finishes the speech. All the rest of you.
Now let us hear from the objectives of the speech from Toastmaster Puran Rai. Let us welcome Toastmaster Puran Rai.
Toastmaster of the evening, fellow Toastmasters and Toastmaster Malayalee, a warm, humid good evening. Toastmaster Malayalee is giving his project number 8, which is Get Comfortable with Visual Aids. And the objectives of the speech are select visual aids that are appropriate for your message and the audience. Use visual aids correctly with ease and confidence. Time given is 5 to 7 minutes.
Welcome Toastmaster Malayalee for his 8th project.
Toastmaster of the day, area director, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests, a warm good evening to all of you. Before I start my speech, let me just show you a picture. This is actually from total negative to a total positive. Which step have you reached today? How many of you sitting here feel that they are satisfied with their professional life? And how many of you think that you have reached happiness or you have reached whatever you wanted to achieve in your life as of today? If you are happy, I am happy for you as well. But if you are not, then I have one question for you. Why? Why do you feel that you are not happy? And what is it, that one thing which will take you to your happiness or take you towards your destiny? I'm just going to talk about that. It's nothing but self-belief. Believing yourself. This is one very important point which can make anything possible. Why is it that self-belief is so important? When you have that kind of belief, it will make you see the opportunities. It will make you think innovative ideas. It will help you to grow further, and more important than all, it will make all others to take you seriously. So when we know that self-belief is the key, why is it that we are not taking that one step to go and achieve whatever it is required to be happy in our life. So there are many factors which make our self-belief lower, or we are afraid to take any particular decision. I'll just discuss few of those factors. One is fear of failure. Any moment we start anything, we want to be successful from the day one. We forget that failure is the stepping stone of success. And failure actually gives us the required wisdom and experience to succeed in life. Now let me just show you an example. I hope everyone knows him. Jack Ma. He is the founder of e-commerce MNC Alibaba. Today the net worth is $178 billion. He never achieved this success without any failures. He failed in his primary school for 2 times, university middle school for 2-3 times. He failed in his job for almost 30 times. He went for interviews, was rejected continuously. Harvard University, he approached almost 10 times and he got rejected each of the time. And ultimately one day, the same Harvard University took his interview. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to take that step required, or don't be afraid of failure. Now the second point is follow your heart and dream. Most of us here, I am sure, including me, are in some or the other profession which we are there by not by our choice but by our circumstances, or rather I should say because of lack of self-belief. We actually have to follow our heart and dream. There will be many people who are close to you, or you have got your close associates who will help you in each and every step or guide you. Each one has a different opinion. But if you are confident, or if you are sure what you want to do and why you want to do, follow your instinct. Be honest and sincere to yourself. Because if you are not happy doing what you should be doing, what you are doing, you will never be passionate, you will never be excited, and every day will be a boredom. I hope all of us know him, famous Bollywood star Amir Khan. He also attained failures in his life, but then he just thought over it and decided to follow his own mind and his own heart and dreams. The moment he started believing in his heart and dream, he did some unconventional things, like some of the movies which are totally different from a commercial screen movie, but he dared to follow his heart, and the result is in front of you. All these are historic now. Now the third factor is never give up. We start a certain thing, but then after a certain period, we lose hope on that. We just give up. We don't go that extra mile. No, losers will have 1,000 reasons to not do a certain thing or a task. But a winner will have just one point or one step to do it and never give up. This is one more example. Carolita Katz, Hungarian pistol shooter. He won the championship in 1938 in Hungary, but then same year he lost his hand. And you can imagine what will be the scene if one of amongst us is there. But he trained hard. In 1939, he trained with his only hand and won a Hungarian championship again. Everyone was sure he will become the champion in the Olympics. But in 1940, 1944 Olympics didn't happen due to the World War II. he had to wait almost 10 years, 1948 and 1952, he was crowned champion again. So 10 years, he never gave up. So my dear friends, I only tell you that nothing matters, what only matters is self-belief. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Malayalee, for the wonderful message. Now let us go for the evaluation session. The first evaluation will be done by Toastmaster John Thomas for Toastmaster Rashid's speech. 7 goals. Before that, timer. Toastmaster Deepak, could you please explain the time of Toastmaster Mallikarjun's speech?
Toastmaster Malayalee took 7 minutes 23 seconds to complete his speech. It's qualified for voting.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Toastmaster Shanavas, could you please give the voting? Now let us invite Toastmaster John Thomas for the evaluation of Toastmaster Rashid. Let us welcome Toastmaster. The voting finished. Now the evaluation.
Toastmaster of the evening, fellow members, Toastmaster of the in particular, warm good evening once again. Married for more than 22 years, so I think it's high time I get you some counseling classes. Not only me, people who are married say more than 20 years, they need to often attend counseling classes so that you get this wisdom told by somebody else, because you will never understand it yourself. It was a good message, first of all, very, very appropriate, valid message. And vocal variety was the purpose of his speech. And Rashid has a very good voice, and he has used it very effectively in the former part of the speech. It was a long introduction. He has used his voice very effectively during that session. He has used volume, pitch, good quality sound. It was very audible, and it was very expressive. People could feel the emotion which you are trying to convey to the audience. It was really expressive. It was a real good attempt to use your voice in a very effective way. But when I speak about voice and vocal variety, what I felt is you have overused your pauses in the first part. I felt it was a bit dragging. I was not easily following the speech. That's about the voice. And now, since you are on project 6, whatever you have practiced from your 1 to 5, you'll be using whatever you have learned there. So when I talk about the topic selection, you have picked up a very good topic. And the speech was organized well. A very good opening. You opened it with a question to get audience attention, and it was properly arranged. Your body language was really good, but again, it was the stage movement was not synchronized with your voice and how you presented the speech. So there was a mismatch between your movement on the stage and the speech. And body language was really good. The time management, you need to spend a little more time. I am sure that speech you could have easily finished within that 7 minutes with a proper ending. But the drag on the first part has taken more time. So the speech was enough, the time allocated was enough to finish your speech, but some mismatch in between has shot up that you are unable to finish the speech with a proper ending. It was a good speech. Well done, Toastmasters. All the best for your rest of the projects.
Thank you, Toastmaster John Thomas, for the wonderful evaluation. Toastmaster Rashid for many points to note out for this next speech. Toastmaster Deepak, could you explain timing? Now we can go for the second evaluation for Toastmaster Mallikarjun. Let's invite Toastmaster Puran Rai.
Toastmasters of the evening, fellow Toastmasters, and especially Toastmaster Mallikarjun. Good evening again. When you first gave me the topic DIY, I was wondering what this DIY was. Then later on I came to realize it was belief in yourself. I think selection was wonderful, and the way he opened the speech was also very well done. The way he asked the questions, I think I was one of the members who was on the negative side, because I believe I have not lived up to my full potential. And I think I still need to work harder to live up to my full. So it was very well done in the beginning. And as for the requirements of the project, the visual aids which he used was appropriate. It was very relevant. Although I think some visual aids lacked clarity. I think because of the size of the letters, I think it was not very clear. I think maybe that needs to be improved. The visual aids help us understand what he was trying to tell us. That's one of the aims of this project. I think it did help us understand. It did drive our attention towards what he was trying to say, which means it did enhance his effort to make us understand what message he was trying to give to us. So I think in that regard he was successful. The other thing is that there were, of course, like I said, that some visual aids there was a little bit of lack of clarity, I think, which we need to look into. Did he use the visual aids smoothly? Yes, he did. But at times I think he went a little fast, probably because he was conscious of the time also. I think he was conscious of the clock ticking, so I think there were some points that were missed. Like for example, of check mark, some points were missed. So I think next time we can go a little bit slowly on those things. Was he clear of his purpose? He was absolutely clear. His message was very clear. I think on that point he scored full marks for that. Choice of words was fantastic. Was the speech well researched? It was well researched, but where it needs to improve, I think the area for improvement is, I think he was not using the stage fully, probably because of the slide over there, and he was mostly using his left hand, because he had the gun in his left hand probably. So maybe he needs to be more aware of that. This is body movement. The other thing is vocal variety also. I think it was at times getting a little monotonous. So I think the vocal variety is an area where we can improve on. On the other hand, overall I think the choice of topic was very good and very relevant. The opening was very good because believing in ourselves is one of the challenges we constantly face. Being ourselves is also a challenge we constantly face. So topic choice was very nice. I think overall this was wonderful.
Thank you, Toastmaster Puran Rai. Now let us hear from the timer the evaluation of both speeches.
Toastmaster John Thomas took 3 minutes 4 seconds, and Toastmaster Puran Rai took 3 minutes 24 seconds. Both of them are eligible for voting.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. The next session is very important. That is table topic session. So for that I invite Toastmaster Shiraz Agwani for the session. I think we have 5 speeches we can do. So please comment to the table topics.
fellow Toastmasters, dear guests. We've seen some fantastic speeches, prepared speeches this evening. How often do you think in life we are presented enough opportunity to prepare for a speech? Think of a situation when you are in a public or an official, personal or official setting, and you have been requested impromptu to deliver a message about this, to deliver a note on what's really going on, and you might be taken off guard. So it's table topics, speeches that helps us prepare for those kind of situations. So I really welcome all of you to seize this opportunity, especially the guests. It's also a fun part of the evening, so let's make the most of it. How does this really work? I'm going to invite volunteers one by one, and I'll give them a topic of my choosing. And may I request a timer to explain the rules?
Thank you, Toastmaster Shivash. For the table topics, the allocated time is 1 to 2 minutes. The speaker has to talk for a minimum 1 minute and a maximum of 2 minutes and 30 seconds. So at 1 minute, I will show the green light. At 1 minute, 30 seconds, I will show the yellow light. At 2 minutes, I will show the red light, and the light will remain on till the speaker is finished. Over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak. In my Toastmastering journey, as is the theme of this meeting, I have recently assumed the public relations / communication role for this club, and hence I have selected some topics about communication. So, first, who would like to come up on the stage? Toastmaster Purana. Yeah. Okay. Again, communication in modern times. And your topic is, first I'll give you this situation. An educated and respected friend of yours is posting offensive material regularly on your Facebook feed. Okay? And he's getting into ugly verbal fights with those who differ with him, or trying to persuade him not to do such things. He's getting ugly on Facebook. What would be your reaction? To guide him? To remove him from your feeds? To unfriend him? Or something else? Quickly up on the topic.
Toastmasters, good evening. Fellow Toastmasters, guests, good evening.
Good evening.
My first reaction would be to remove him. Get rid of him out of your sight, out of your mind. There's such a nuisance person you feel does not deserve to be on Facebook. But there is something about this media which is not totally under your control. So by removing him, maybe you have removed him from your Facebook, but he'll still be there for the others to see. So does it help? I don't think it does. So what I would do is I would try and influence him by getting him to be thinking more positive. I would at least try. I would be successful or may not. But then at the end of the day, I would feel satisfied of having tried. And what would I do to make him change his method of passing those messages? I would try to find out what is behind his frustration. What is it that's driving him to write those kind of messages? I'm sure there will be some reason. Maybe a very bad childhood, maybe very abusive parents, maybe a lack of self-confidence. I would like to find out all that. In fact, it would be a very interesting person for me. From Facebook, I would like to know and try to make friends with him. And if I am able to change him, if I'm able to make him write more positive messages, I think that would be my success story. So, by just eliminating him from my Facebook page, I think that would not be a victory for me. That would rather be cowardice of me, because I'm trying to run away from a person who needs help. Over to you.
Next, who would like to come? to lie in certain situations? Is it acceptable to lie in certain situations? Okay.
Dealing Toastmasters. I think it's acceptable to lie at certain occasions. Of course, we all know that honesty is the best policy, and this policy needs to drive us throughout our life, and definitely it will reflect in our whole life, whole career. But there are some situations where you will be forced to lie, and particularly if it will save your life, like if you are in front of a robber or your life is endangered. So in such cases, it's acceptable, I understand, to lie and escape from him. You know, there is no use to going teaching him that I am the most honest person in this world. So look at me, you are not qualified to kill me like that. So of course, in such exceptional situations, it's acceptable to lie.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Anyone else? Second Ashraf, Toastmaster. The topic is we should keep our parents off Facebook. Your thoughts?
Off from the Facebook.
Away from Facebook.
My parents.
Yeah, I mean, the context is there are a lot of parents who are also making their accounts, Facebook accounts, and coming online.
Good evening to everyone.
Good evening.
Thanks for giving this opportunity. What I personally feel, first of all, my parents don't have a Facebook account. So even I'm not fond of having a Facebook account, but I use my account very rare case. Keeping my parents in the account, I don't think they will be comfortable on holding the Facebook account. But there is certain medias they can have knowledge what is happening around the community. I don't have much to say about this. I'm stopping this. Yeah, I know that I am not within the time frame. So next.
It's okay, go ahead.
Go ahead.
Two more minutes.
Whatever you have to say.
May not be on the topic, you can speak anything.
Criticize social media.
Okay, yeah. As I told, my parents are not having the Facebook account. Even I don't encourage my parents to have a Facebook account, which is not giving value for them as well as for them in this age. Yeah, I finished this. Thank you.
Our guest will really value it if you could come up and I'll give a
No, you can explain what is it about. You have to speak for 1 minute or up to 2 minutes.
So get about 1 minute of time to think about the topic and research it. And 1 to 2 minutes to talk about it. Okay. The topic is, what profession did you want to follow when you were a kid and why? What profession you wanted to follow when you were a kid and why?
Good evening. Actually, this is my first time, so I will try my. When I was a kid, I was thinking to become a pilot, and I was we all trying to get admission in that college and everything, but I was not successful. get admission in the college. So I joined another field, and now I'm a prosthetic and orthotic technologist. Came also in one of your speech that guy lost his limbs, and I'm making artificial limbs. So, but I really like this field because we are really helping our patients who cannot walk, and then they come to us, and then you can see them walking. And so I don't have any regret that I did not join that college, but I'm very happy, alhamdulillah, with this field. So that's it. Thank you.
Toastmaster Rajesh. Okay. Was life better before social networking was invented? Was life better before social networking was invented?
Good evening, Toastmasters. Good evening. The topic was the
Was the world a better place before?
Yeah. I don't think so. The social media invented after that, the life is better than before. Because when I go vacation, before I can see the kids, they are playing in the outside the ground and everywhere. Nowadays we can see everyone sitting under the tree and somewhere and playing in the mobile and in the internet. It will lead them in negative side. They will get some positive, but what I know, they are going in more negative side. In every day we can see in our in news and everywhere the kids like 18 and 17 years old, kids, they are going to the liquor and in bad situation. I think so. This is all because of this social media. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. That's all we have time for. Apologies for those who didn't get an opportunity to speak. Mr. Timer, can we have a quick report for all the speakers?
Toastmaster Kurunbai took 2 minutes 1 second. Toastmaster first shot took 1 minute 18 seconds. Second shot took 1 minute 12 seconds. The guest took 1 minute 21 seconds. And Toastmaster Arun took 1 minute 17 seconds. Everyone is eligible for voting.
Better tell the name of guest as well. Somebody.
Abid.
So Abid took 1 minute 20 seconds.
Thank you for all participants. Now I return the control of the meeting to Mr. Toastmaster.
Now let us hear from evaluator. Toastmaster Ramaraj is going to evaluate the tabletop speakers. Let us welcome Toastmaster Ramaraj.
Toastmaster of the evening, hello Toastmasters and guests, and especially the table topic master, Toastmaster Shira. All the topics which we have given is really wonderful topics, which are related to today's or the current scenario, current, you can say current time. Every speech, every topics had a message to deliver from the tabletop speakers. Let us first give a round of applause to Toastmasters. Coming to individual table topic speakers, the first table topic was like a respected friend and posting ugly messages in the Facebook of another friend. This was the topic was given to Toastmaster Puran Rai. He has given like justification, even though he started with a negative message to them, and subsequently he has given the complete justification for that table topics. Done very well. Like every speech, like if you take a speech or even a table, evaluation speech or a table topics, every speech has got a opening, body and conclusion. The same way, everybody has done the table topic speeches in the same manner. Like one of the most common thing which I would like to tell before the table topics, any of the speakers which comes there to greet the Toastmasters, the evening or table topic masters, and the same way when you finish they can say greet back, so that the stage is not empty till the time that somebody else comes back and take up the next position. It was well delivered by Toastmaster Puran Rai, and he has given enough justification for the timing he has been allotted. Like for the table topic, we have given a time here about 2 minutes and 30 seconds. The minimum allotted time is 1 minute. If those who are speaking less than 1 minute for the benefits of guests, they will be disqualified in table topics. Same thing in the speeches as well as table specific. You might have observed this guest. You might have observed that 5 minutes, 6 minutes, 7 minutes. Similarly for the evaluation, about 2 minutes and 3 minutes, and for the table topics 1 minute and 2 minutes. The maximum allotted time is 2 minutes and 30 seconds. And Toastmaster Puran Rai has given enough justification to give the speeches and concluded the speech within 2 minutes and 10 seconds. Coming to the next speaker, Toastmaster Ashraf. Is it acceptable to be a sitting in the situation? Lying in this situation? Yes, you are given enough justification, but the time which you are given is around 1 minute and 18 seconds. Well delivered. And all this table topic speech which give much more effective, which will, once you take your own experience in that, start with your own experience. Any topic you give it, start with your own experience with the speech. That will give a better weightage as well as the topic is concerned. So we can do better in your speeches. And the third one, Toastmaster Venkatesh. Parents should be kept away from Facebook. Yes, I agree with certain cases. It all depends upon the generation gap. The new generation is different and the old generation is different. It is again individual views. I have done a justification again. And the fourth topic was given to our guest Toastmaster Abid. Well done. The first instance you have given a very good justification about your profession and how you should show out your profession and you still enjoy your profession. Well done. And the last one was there a better place? Social networking. Yes, it's a very good topic for the today's situation. You have to really seriously think about how effectively you can replace your network. So well done by Toastmaster Arun. All the Toastmasters have done very well with the topics which we have given to them. All the best for your next future speeches.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ramaraj. Such a meticulous evaluation and advices. Now the next sessions are the reporting session. So let us call each role players for their reports. So I think everybody has completed their voting for the speakers, evaluation and table topics. Now the reports. I think already Toastmaster Deepak has given his report. Nothing is remaining from his accounter. let us hear from accountant Shanavas, Toastmaster Shanavas, will give the accounting report. Let us welcome Toastmaster Shanavas. Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Good evening again.
Good evening.
The accountant reports are like this. Toastmaster Ashraf has used us 15 times and he has repeated he 2 times and you will 2 times. Toastmaster Shiraz has used R 5 times. Toastmaster Rajesh 1 time. Toastmaster Deepak 15 times. Toastmaster Puran 7 times. Toastmaster Malik 2 times. And Toastmaster Arun Manikanda 3 times. Thank you very much. So myself is included or not? There was no Thank you, Toastmaster. That was his reports. Now we can hear from our Headmaster and Grammarian, Toastmaster Arun Manikanda. Please report.
Toastmasters of the evening. Hello Toastmasters. Good evening. Good evening. Today our word of the day was voracious. I noticed our president and Toastmaster of the day, Vivek Ayyappan, he used 1 time. And our area director, Rajesh Palikere, he used 4 times. Suddenly, within 30 seconds, he used 4 times. And Toastmasters, Rashid, during his speech, he used 2 times. That's it. And the next one is a grammarian. I'm not, I don't know much about that grammar, that's why I didn't notice anything about this. Okay, thank you.
Toastmaster Arun Manikanda, if you could have done before, we can delegate grammarian not to other persons. No worries, this is our family. Now next. Now is I think reporting is over. It's a guest impressions. So we have our guest Abid. We can call him as a Toastmaster or not?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Yes.
So let us hear from him. What is his opinion about today's meeting? So could you please come and this your opinion about today's meeting? As a Toastmaster.
Yeah.
Please come. You can come here. This stage for you. Every time you are coming, you are growing.
Yeah. Actually, it was a really good meeting. I enjoyed. So it was very organized, and I hope I'm looking forward to join also. So and I hope I will improve together with you. It was very good. I really enjoyed this. Yeah, that's all.
Most interested part you like as of now? Some of the points you are interested.
This table topics was quite interesting, and I'm sorry I came late also. So the speeches were only 2. Because I thought it was. Table topics was quite interesting.
I think now it's time for awards.
before that, we can hear from Toastmaster Shiraz. He has some new plannings about our magazines. So let us hear from him regarding the magazines and public relations. Toastmaster Shiraz.
Thank you, Mr. President. Well, I'm new in this role, so I'm still finding a solid base and understanding the requirements. But we have had a meeting and we understand there's a quantum improvement that we need in public relations for this specific club. And there are, as you know, public relations, a lot of this is to do with communication with public outside. So there's not much that you yourself might see in the activities because this is dealing with external entities. But one thing which we need to do definitely internally, where everybody's input is required, is coming out with a club's newsletter. And we expect about 3 newsletters to be published in a year, and we are spacing it 1 newsletter every 4 months. So that would mean that the clock is already ticking, and we will need one thing out by September, so that during September we can prepare it for publishing and printing, and then eventually this will become the face of our club, and it will give us an opportunity to showcase the thought process of the club, what the members are like. It's basically an advertising brochure for the club, for people who might be interested in, and they have an option between choosing different clubs. They will see that this is the kind of profile or the kind of members that I'm going to be with in my developing process in public speaking. So, as with the table topic masters, we expect volunteers to come in, otherwise you will be volunteered. And you will be given specific requirements, your specific assignments, but I really would appreciate that by the next meeting, we will, please take your time out. If you have any questions, please reach out to me. If you have any questions about newsletter, but we will need names with what really is in your mind. Thank you. We have the first one, Mr. Rashid, and what really would you like to contribute to the newsletter? Okay, so I will again briefly touch upon this topic in the next meeting. Over to you.
So we are committed for issuing 3 newsletters in this year, and if we can, as early as possible, we will be the number 1 in Abu Dhabi. So let us together do the effort and publish our newsletter. Now it is time for announcing the winner of today's speeches, evaluations and table topics. For that, giving awards, I invite our past president and area director Toastmaster Rajesh Patikar join. So we can start with best table topic speaker. There are 5.
5 speakers.
5 speakers. 5 speakers.
I thought we need to wait
There are 5 speakers. The first one is going to get award. It's a rolling trophy, not going to take away. The first winner is Toastmaster Urendai. Now it's time for the best speaker, best evaluations. There are only 2. It's none other than our senior Toastmaster, John Thomas. And final, our best speaker, Toastmaster Mallikarjun. previous area director. Thank you. The meeting is going to conclude. Before that, let us hear from our general evaluator. He is going to evaluate the entire meeting of the 183 Toastmasters.
Toastmasters of the evening, hello members. Once again, good evening.
Good evening.
How was today's meeting? You enjoyed it?
Yes.
The main thing is you have to enjoy the meeting. Other thing is secondary. Now let us see from the one by one. When we came, this audience, this auditorium was ready. I'm not asking. Yes, it was ready. And that is because our Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Shavanas, he came very early and prepared the stage and everything. He put the banner. When I came in, the banner was ready, everything was ready. It was his first assignment and he succeeded. And today we had very good President's opening address. And the President, he took us how to improve the club and each member how to improve them. And he told that everybody has to participate and how to increase the membership, all these things. And finally he took us his journey to the Toastmasters, and it was a very enjoying, it was like a project speech, maybe you can consider for the project speech. And give him a big round of applause. As a TMA I will tell later, so we will get another applause at the end. And the agenda, because when this agenda to be, TME has to correct the agenda before the meeting starts. But once the meeting starts, then we are asking somebody to take the role. Who is taking the role, for them also it is difficult, and it is better to do it. That is the only suggestion. So otherwise, agenda correction is well addressed, and all the rules are applied. And who is not coming, who is not attending, they are not here, but they should tell in advance to the TM, so that TM can adjust the agenda. And next to the accountant was not present, but Shavanas took the dual role, and giving a big round of applause. And Wordmaster ferociously was waiting for the precious words. But I thought every speaker will use that and everybody will use it, because it is very easy to use this word, and he chosen a very good word. And we can in future projects also, in future meeting also we can use this word. And only thing when you are telling that whether you know grammar or not, no, the audience doesn't know. You could say everybody done well, nobody so nobody did the mistake, everybody would have been happy. Otherwise the TM was a bit confused whether I given the role for the right person or not. So as a Toastmaster Malika's speech, believe in yourself. And next we have table topic master. He came late, but he covered with the beautiful topics, and he was doing an excellent job, and giving a big round of applause. And thought of the evening by Toastmaster Ashraf, because actually I too read that book, Alchemist by Paul. It was a very good book, and we could have suggested people to read that book. And it was very apt, and give him a big round of applause. And the cherry on the cake was the education section. That was our VP. It was in the right time when we started the first tenure, how to achieve the DCP goals. And even the guest might have impressed by how the in a club how the BCP points are there. The only thing I can suggest when you are using the abbreviation DTM, for the guest he doesn't know what is DTM, isn't it? It is Distinguished Toastmaster. So now we are all Toastmaster. When we complete all that projects, anybody can become the Distinguished Toastmaster. So that was very well done, and that was really, I was impressed. And as I said, the speakers are not going to evaluate because already evaluated by the very senior Toastmasters, and only thing I am going to evaluate the evaluators. Evaluator, okay, you know, they did very good job in evaluating both the speeches. As I said, earlier also I used to tell, from the first project to fifth project, praise them. Because if you discourage the initial Toastmaster, they will not attend it. But after fifth project, they will not give the Toastmasters. So you can tell them what is the improvement points more. That is because even if you tell something more, they will not get it. They know what you are telling is good for them. Because in the initial thing, the people will get discouraged. So, but both of you did the justification for your role. But for the visual aid, the stage usage is not mandatory. So you need not tell stage usage was not. And when my one more suggestion, everybody will tell the stage usage was not proper and all. Instead of that, you can demonstrate how it could be improved. So which point you can move how. So because every time every evaluator is telling your stage usage was not good. You did not cover the full stage. But how to cover, what way you have to move, that maybe the like the Toastmaster John and all, you can, the very experienced and he is the he's gone to the division level. Such speaker can demonstrate and show how to improve that. It will be better for other speakers. So those who are sitting, they also know how to improve their stage usage. And coming back to the table topic evaluator, it did a meticulous job and it is well done. But in my suggestion, table topic evaluation should not be for the individual speaker. Because we will not have that time. Suppose if we have 10 speakers, we cannot individually evaluate the table topic. If table topic evaluator, basically, if somebody has not covered 1 minute, so how to hit that green light, you can suggest that topic. And if you have got the topic and you don't know anything about the topic, then how to speak about that? Even if you don't know to speak a topic, you can speak something which you know. So that way you can view the, I am not particular about you, I mean in general I am telling. In future, table topic evaluator should give some suggestion how to improve that, and you can use the example of some of the speakers, some of the topics. In this topic you could have used like this, in this speaker you could have done like this, how to hit the green light, how to, so that we will not have elaborated table topic evaluation. We can should curtail within 3 minutes the table topic evaluation. Otherwise, you did a wonderful job and you evaluated everybody, and whoever spoke in the table topic, they got a good message. And it's good. Finally, I am coming back to the TME. I don't have much time because the meeting started at 8 minutes late. Actually, we should start meeting exactly at 8, whether the quorum is there or not. So that is why when it is 8 o'clock means we have to start at 8 o'clock, and others can join the meeting later. Some of the suggestions which I can give is the secretary is supposed to write the minutes and he is supposed to read the minute